On May 1st, 2018, Hasbro announced to the public that they were going to be purchasing Saban and the Power Rangers license. This was after years of monetary problems with the Power Rangers IP, as well as the release of the 2017 Power Rangers film, which I thought was fine, by the way. They would then go on to release a toy line, the Lightning Collection, in early 2019, starting off with the White Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Ranger, Lord Zed, the SPD Shadow Ranger, and the Dino Charge Red Ranger, with more coming in each quarter every single year. As they were doing that, they were making deals with Netflix to produce shows, including for the very first time in the franchise, 2 different products which did not use any Sentai footage, Cosmic Fury and Once and Always. Now, how do we go from a seemingly very successful, popular brand from the 90s and early 2000s being purchased by one of the biggest toy companies on the planet to them selling off hundreds of props from screen-used episodes and shows actually tomorrow? Because the damn film of this is the 17th. It is October 17th. It's a Thursday. When this video goes up, hopefully, it'll be on the 18th. And on that date, the Hasbro will be selling off all of their screen-used props, I guess. Suits, morphers, suits for not just Rangers, but monsters, props from the show. They'll be selling off so much of their stuff. So how do we get here? So to do that, we actually need to go back to when I said earlier how May 1st, 2018, Hasbro announced that they had purchased Power Rangers, the license. So as I said, in 2018, Hasbro purchased the Power Rangers license, and it was purchased at the time by the CEO of Hasbro, Brian Goldner, who actually worked with Power Rangers and Saban in the 90s and 2000s for a very long time. But unfortunately, all of that changed in 2021 when Brian Goldner sadly passed away, and that with him went basically all the plans that they had for Power Rangers. So of course, when a company loses a CEO, they have to find a new one. And who else but our old friend Chris Cox took over. So he took over the reins of Hasbro, and he has been running it like a train on a track to nowhere. I already discussed my number of problems with him in my previous video, which you can see on the annotation right above my head right here, or right here, one of the two. But needless to say, he has not been the most competent CEO, especially when it comes to the Power Rangers license. After his takeover of the company, the brand immediately fell into hardship. And I will also say, I can't fully put the blame on him. This was also a terrible time in our economy when Toys R Us had gone bankrupt. We were in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, and prices were skyrocketing. So it was not looking great for a brand which already was popular, but not popular enough to keep themselves alive. I mean, sales plummeted among the Lightning Collection, among other lines, of course, but it really hit the Lightning Collection the hardest. You can still go out to stores like Ross, Ollie's, Walmart's, whatever, and go into the clearance aisle and find just dozens and dozens of Lightning Collection figures from early waves too, not even recent ones, like early waves. You'll find those there. On Big Bad Toy Store, even. You can go and buy those early waves in bulk, and they sell them for cheap because it just didn't sell well, which is really unfortunate. Now, the brand was already niche. It was already a niche brand, but it really didn't help that at certain points the brand, they were like, oh, let's do a collab with Cobra Kai for seemingly no reason. Like I said, they had a bunch of ties nobody really wanted. Unfortunately, the animated film that they were producing fell through pretty hard there, and the releases of their shows on Netflix and the special that they released did not do very well either. It did not drum up enough attention. It was big for a little bit, for a brief moment, but not big enough for them to warrant keeping this going. I'll be honest, they released Cosmic Fury onto Netflix. I didn't watch it, and I don't think I remember anyone even talking about it. So for all I know, it couldn't even not come out. I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I honestly know nothing about it other than the fact that they advertised it as a show without any Sentai footage. As I said, they were not doing very well, and even now you can go into the Pulse website and see very few things for sale. The Lightning Collection has, while not been officially canceled, it's been canceled. Now, Hasbro knows how to revitalize a brand. Take G.I. Joe, for instance. I mean, that brand is doing fantastically, and I will be having more reviews up for G.I. Joe figures here soon, but I just wanted to do this video first. The brand is great right now, and they know how to revitalize a brand. They've done it many, many times. They did it with Marvel Legends when they brought it back the first time around. They know what to do. They just don't want to do with Power Rangers. And that's not just a belief I have. That is a fact I know to be true. Take this quote from Chris Cox during the Q1 reviewing of April this year. So, you know, I think we're basically done with licensing. We certainly will be driving cross-licensing and leveraging our brands for category expansion and new product opportunities, like we're doing with Lego, like we're doing with Mattel, like we're doing with location-based entertainment. But I think Power Rangers will probably be the last brand that we outsource. Now, for layman's terms, if you don't know what all that technical jargon means, it means that Hasbro is not willing to outsource the Power Rangers license at all. They're going to be keeping it in-house. and not using it. They're just going to let it rot. They will be letting people use like Super 7, make those big goofy figures, and the little miniature ones, which are things that they have already made, so they have to release them. But anything going forward, it's effectively in the dirt. They're choosing to keep this brand under lock and key because Chris Cox just has no faith in this brand. He does, however, have faith in AI because his friends apparently won't play D&D games with him, because why would you want to play a D&D game with a guy who looks like a Dick Tracy villain? I understand that may be a little harsh, and I understand that it might not be the best idea for a guy who reviews almost exclusively Hasbro products to begrudge the CEO of the company, but quite frankly, I don't care. But like I said at the top, Hasbro is now going to be auctioning off all of the Power Rangers props. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. And I honestly think that's a genuine shame. Stuff like that should not be sitting in someone's basement to be forgotten and abandoned. That should be in a museum.
That belongs in a museum!
Pardon my Indiana Jones quote there, which is another brand they failed. It should be in a museum for people who enjoy cinema and art. And of course, Power Rangers is not high art, obviously, but it means something to somebody. It means like any art, somebody derives joy from it, and that should be shared. It should not be on a mannequin in somebody's basement getting mold and must all over it and being forgotten to time. I think the fact that they're doing that at all is embarrassing and a shame. Hasbro owns 30 plus years of art and pop culture history, and they're just throwing it all out with the bathwater, and I think that's a genuine shame. So if you are one of the presumably dozens, maybe hundreds of people who are going to be going out of their way to try and purchase some of these prop screen worn suits or whatever, if you do buy them, just, I don't know, go to cons, bring them with you, show them off, do something fun for other people who love this stuff just as much as you clearly do, since you're willing to spend probably thousands of dollars on this stuff. And I understand that's kind of annoying proselytizing or whatever, but that's just what I believe. In conclusion, Hasbro had probably $1 billion goose, and they killed it for $1 million. Sorry to end on such a downer note, but if you enjoyed this, thanks for letting me know. If you are going to be purchasing anything from the auction, let me know. What are you going to get? What are you going to get? If I could buy something, I would. I'd buy a morpher or something. I don't want to buy a suit. That seems like too much space. Big ass mannequin too? That's too much work. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, let me know down below. I do these every once in a while in between like my regular figure reviews. I might actually like doing these more. I like being up front, face to face with the camera. But stick around. I will be having videos up on whatever New York Comic Con stuff happens here soon. There's going to be stuff, I think tomorrow. I think tomorrow's when the Hasbro stuff happens. So we'll see about that. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe. Everything needs to get done for me to keep these videos that I love to make. And I will see you next time. Normally I'd say Yo Joe, but there's not a G.I. Joe video. It's a Power Rangers video. So instead, may the power protect you.